Hey, what is up, disc golfers? Today on Iceberg TV, I want to talk about Jomez Pro versus Disc Golf Pro Tour, post-produced coverage versus live coverage. I have some Google Trends and some Social Blade data pulled up and prepared for you guys today. But before we get into the video, let me know if you like this type of content where we analyze data within the sport of disc golf. Let me know in the comment section down below. Please subscribe to my channel and please like the video. Let's get into it. So Jomez Pro being the blue line, Disc Golf Pro Tour being the red line. This is a chart that shows the last 5 years, and you can see pretty much over the last 5 years, Jomez, when it comes to the Google web search, so people going to Google and looking up these two terms, Jomez has been dominating the game for a very long time. And you can see that blue line is pretty much always higher than the red line, which means Jomez is being searched significantly more often than the Disc Golf Pro Tour. But it gets a lot more interesting if we pull up the past 12 months. And we can see during the first 6 months of this 12-month period that Jomez Pro was pretty much always more popular still. But things are definitely getting more interesting over the last 6 months or so, where you can see both the lines are almost touching here. And that means these search terms are getting very similar amounts of traffic, which is something the Disc Golf Pro Tour could never say up until this point. And you can see the Disc Golf Pro Tour even became more popular on Google search here and there. So I feel like this is what's bringing up the discussion, and this is why people are talking about it. The Disc Golf Pro Tour is definitely becoming more popular. People are definitely starting to lean into watching live disc golf more and more. Now, when it comes to the Champions Cup, I think the Disc Golf Pro Tour coverage was pretty good, but during the final round, I felt like there was points of that stream where I could count the pixels on one hand, and I was not super impressed. So the Champions Cup definitely was much more enjoyed watching through Jomez and post-produced coverage. So this is just Google web search, people going to Google looking up these terms. I also wanted to pull up the YouTube search, and this is over the past 12 months, the red line being Jomez, the blue line being Disc Golf Pro Tour. And you can see that the Disc Golf Pro Tour, not even close to Jomez on the scale here. So when people are going on YouTube, they are way more likely to consume Jomez Pro content versus Disc Golf Pro Tour content. And again, there was a period here where Jomez was only being searched, 10 to 12 times more often than the Disc Golf Pro Tour. But most of the time, the Jomez Pro is being searched up far more often than Disc Golf Pro Tour. And Jomez Pro's loyal fans that they've been accruing for a very long time now, about a decade now, are still holding strong. They're watching all Jomez's videos. And when I pull up the Social Blade the Social Blade data here, you'll be able to see how each channel is respectively growing. And I think it'll give us a little more insight as to, will the Disc Golf Pro Tour overtake Jomez? Will they not? So let's move into that Social Blade data here. We have the red line being Jomez, the blue line being the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Both channels rapidly growing. But if the Disc Golf Pro Tour was truly going to be overtaking Jomez anytime soon, you would see this blue line starting to catch up to the red line. And that would mean that the Disc Golf Pro Tour is gaining subscribers much faster than Jomez, and they'd be closing the gap when it comes to the subscriber count. So this is a sub-count chart. Now we'll go over to the views, and you can see Jomez Pro, they actually were pretty close right here, but Jomez Pro is even getting further and further away and increasing that gap each step of the way. So I think this is a really good indication that the Disc Golf Pro Tour is not going to catch up to Jomez anytime soon. And when it comes to a little bit more data for you guys, the Disc Golf Pro Tours actually uploaded 1.6 thousand videos, which was a big surprise to me. And they've only been able to accrue 153,000 subscribers and almost 40 million views. Jomez Pro has uploaded 200 less videos, accrued way more subscribers and way more views. And I think this is a testament to the quality of video that Jomez Pro is producing week in and week out for us. The consistency, the quality, the collaborations, everything that Jomez puts their hands into has so much attention and love and quality behind it that they are accruing so many more views and subscribers because people know that they can trust Jomez to put out quality content. Now, I think when the Disc Golf Pro Tour actually does start closing the gap, which I think will inevitably happen, I think live disc golf is the future, but I still think we need to iron out the quality concerns. I think Jomez Pro is just going to start going live. Jomez is a big enough company and they have the resources to go live if they want to. And for now, they just haven't really taken that leap yet. But when the time comes for Jomez to go live, I think people will stop watching Disc Golf Pro Tour and watch Jomez live. And I think the Pro Tour is going to have to sort of hand the reins over to Jomez. I think we're more likely to see that happen than the Disc Golf Pro Tour like overtake and just like knock Jomez Pro out of the disc golf world. I just don't see that happening. Jomez has everyone who's a fan of disc golf watches Jomez, and that's just the way that it is. And people do not like change. People do not like seeing the things that they love go away. All of these Jomez fans, all of their loyal Patreon members, all of the people that watch their channel week in and week out aren't going to stop doing that anytime soon. As long as they keep putting out quality content, quality post-produced coverage, those little documentaries with Simon, like all these things are incredible. They're super fun to watch. And when the time comes, I'm sure Jomez Pro will just start going live and you'll be able to watch disc golf live on Jomez Pro. And I can guarantee you they won't put that product out to us unless they know it's going to be the product that we deserve. So that's my thoughts. I think Jomez Pro is still the top dog in disc golf, and I think they're going to remain the top dog in disc golf for at least the next decade. Comment down below. You're watching Iceberg TV. Let me know if you like this kind of content, and take care.